AAA gaming is not sustainable. There is this talk going around that 2K, EA, Rockstar, the big dogs in the fight, the big AAA dogs, they are thinking of pushing games to be $100 per copy. I don't need to tell you why that's not going to really work, but they're going to try to do it anyways, and it's going to work for some time. First and foremost, when you're charging $100 per game, those games better be great, better be good, better not need a day one patch. They better not ever lag. They better not even have a single stutter frame from beginning to end. And even if I replay it again, they better not have that. Problem with that is that you can't even do that for $70 games. You can't even do it for $60 games. And you somehow have the audacity to even think about asking for $100 when you can't even get it right at $60. What the hell are you guys on? Because I want to smoke that shit too. I want some of that. Pass it, please. AAA developers, AAA gaming. Actually, you know what? Let me fix my terminology. It ain't AAA developers. It's the suits and these companies, the board members, the executives. They don't seem to understand that eventually you're gonna ask for too much from your players, from your gamers, and I mean that. First and foremost, addressing the elephant in the room, no one is asking you to put in money into making these games. No one is telling you to put in a massive amount of development time into these games. Diablo 4 was about 6 years, more than 6 years it says, and it had about 9,000 people working on it at one time. All those people put their name on a very bad product. A product that should, in all intents and purposes, be successful straight out the gate. Yet we had a day one patch. Yet we had people who couldn't even load in their equipment. Yet we had crashes upon crashes. Why is this? And then you want to somehow charge $100 per game in the near future. When you're charging $100 for anything, we expect that thing to be flawless. You can't even get it right now. And yet you want to somehow charge even more. I don't understand how you guys, sadly, somehow, they're going to get away with this for some time. Because dumbasses, the standard, baseline, common denominator gamer, doesn't value their time enough and their money enough to not buy games like that. Subpar AAA games. Marketing is very strong, and these companies know how to market their games. I will give credit where credit is due. The issue is that the standard gamer, the common denominator gamer, doesn't understand that they are funding a worse product in the near future because they keep buying games that have lower and lower their quality over the years. Just look at any sport titles or Call of Duty. They haven't had the best track record ever. Yet somehow these games are still successful to this day. If you care about games, that information should hurt you. But people be stupid and people be doing what they want with their money and their time. Eventually, they're going to figure out that what they're doing or what they have been doing isn't worth the squeeze. And Lord knows that gaming companies, major publisher, are squeezing as much as they can out of you. To be honest, the answer is here. We already know what we have to do as gamers. Just stop buying AAA games. If we boycott every major developer's AAA game that aren't up to snuff, right? But let's say Call of Duty or FIFA. Let's just say we stop buying FIFA for a year. Sure, many people will lose their job, and EA will be wondering what the hell went wrong. But it's their fault for managing their license, their franchise, so poorly that players stop buying them. And that's the only solution we actually have to our problems. Companies want to make these games. No one tells them to go balls to the wall and make such a huge investment. I mean huge investment. Who's telling people to put millions of dollars into making a game? Is it the investors? Actually, I don't think so, because they just want a return. They just want profits. And game companies are chasing profits. Fair. But if you make a fantastic game that can be bought year after year after year after year, you wouldn't have to worry about it. I can buy Hollow Knight today. In fact, I bought Hollow Knight for the P4, Steam, and the Switch. And then when I realized it had a physical collection edition, I got that. The same thing with Blasphemous. The same thing with Scott Pilgrim. Those are good games that I would like to buy multiple times because you can get that from me. Even Elden Ring got double purchase from me on the P5, and then when I wanted to make my video, I got it for Steam. It was that good of a game. The crux of my argument here is the more you charge your player, the higher of the quality we want, naturally. But you've never delivered that consistently. Nintendo is probably the only company that usually does it the most. Usually, I mean that. Sure, their Pokemon has been slacking, absolutely. And their Kirby's aren't really nothing to write home about. But they usually hit those high marks. But Ubisoft doesn't. EA doesn't. Rockstar doesn't. You know, Activision doesn't. Like, Blizzard hasn't. Like, you see what I'm going at, right? You see what I'm trying to say. So my only thing here is that if you're sick of this, I know people are still going to buy them. The masses are still going to just consume all that shovelware. The only thing I can tell you is if you care about your time and money, hold off on buying games as soon as they come out. I know the hype is real, but there's always a better game out there for you. And I mean that. I truly mean that. And there's always a game you can play and enjoy. There are hidden gems everywhere. Everywhere. And if you think you can't find them, open up Steam. And if you don't have a computer, go to your PlayStation store or Xbox store and just look at the indie games, the indie titles. You will find something worth your time. I can guarantee you. Here's a safe bet. Here's the safest bet I can give you. Play Hades. It will be so much worth your time. And if you want to as well, play One Step from Eden. Massively worth your time. Underrated as all hell. Listen, this has been Definitely Not Bots. Please protect your wallet. Though I can't tell you how to spend your money or your time, that's a discussion between you, God, and your wallet. I hope you make a better decision for your enjoyment later down the line. Anyways, that's all I got. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up. If you like the video, give me a thumbs down. What do you think of my take? Subscribe if you think I've earned it. And whatever you do, make sure you have a good day on purpose. I'll catch you on the next one.